Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sammer. How are you guys doing today? We're having a fantastic day today. I'm going to be telling you guys a story that happened about a week ago. It was on, like, Friday. I think it was the same day. Yeah, it was the same day of the Texas school shooting that happened. So it was, like, the 18th, I think. But I'm not sure when you guys are going to be seeing this, but it was, like, a week ago from the time it was, like, being filmed. So this actually happened on that Friday. So I woke up, went to school. It was a half day, so it was quick and easy. We got out at like 10:30. I was home by 11, so I got to just chill out. Well, not really, because the school shooting happened, and that kind of messed up my mood for the day, because that's the kind of thing always messes up your mood and makes you kind of sad. So I did chill out for a little bit, and then I went to the school around 6:30, because that's when the talent show was starting. That's when the doors opened, and I was really excited. I met up with my friends, and we all found our seats. We all sat together. So it was me, Jacob, Jeter, Nick, Brian, Ben, and maybe one other person. Well, Keith. Keith also went. So we all sat together. We were really kind of rowdy and, wound up. And that was all right and everything, because it was, like, before the show. But it kind of went on into the show, like, when the show started. We were kind of like that. And the teachers who were running the show was like, I want you guys to be high energetic and pumped up. And we were like, okay, we will. So when we did, I will admit we did go a little bit over the top with that, but it was all right and everything. And the teachers were getting kind of annoyed with us, but, like, at the same time, my perspective of it was like, you guys came to see the actual talent on the talent show, but we came to have fun and see, maybe the few good talents, because out of the entire time that I was there, I saw two good acts. And, like, when Nick left, before Nick left, he said there was one more good act. So that kind of shows you it wasn't how are you gonna have a talent show with only three good talented acts. The teachers kept telling us to stop making a lot of noise because we were annoying or whatever. And yeah, we were being annoying and everything, and I kind of, like, felt bad, but then again, at the same time, we were just having fun. So then after, like, half the show had happened, the teachers came up to us and they separated us, which is nonsense because we paid for that. We paid for our tickets, and they're going to separate us. We came to have a good time, and you're going to separate us. Okay. Seems legit. So they separated us. They put me and Keith together. They put Brian, Nick, and Jeter together. They put, like, Ben right across, like, the end of the aisle that we were in. Put Jacob, this is ridiculous. They totally isolated Jacob. He wasn't even being that bad. He was, like, kind of going along with it. They put Jacob on, like, the other total side of the auditorium, which is nonsense. He didn't even get to sit with anybody. So I was kind of mad, and I probably was not even going to stay the whole time after that. And they told us to totally separate. Like, after about 5 minutes, they told me and Keith to totally separate. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So they were like, yes, you're going to move. And this is the principal that came up to us, mind. He told us to completely separate. And when I said no, he's like, okay, then I'm going to need you to leave. And I legit sat there like, no. And then he's like, you need to leave. And I'm just kind of sitting there silent. And he's like, okay, you need to leave or we're going to get the deputy. And at that point, I could have put up a fight. I could have put my foot down and said, no, I'm not leaving. But at that point, I was like, these people want to have their talent show. It's their place. Let them do that. I was not agreeing with it, but I was going to let them do it anyway. And they kicked me out. And as I was leaving, Keith whispered to me, this can just be another story time for your channel. And that's why I love Keith. He's so awesome. He always uplifts me. He always makes me happier. And I was like, you're right, I can. So I kind of left. I said F this to the teacher, but I actually said, like, the word. And he's like, did you just say F you to me? And he actually said that. Like, did you just say F you to me? And I'm like, no, I said F this. And he's like, okay, then I'm going to need you to get totally off the property, like, out of the school property. So he walked out of the building with me, and he watched me walk away from the school property. I saw, like, a cop car kind of pull up a little bit, but they didn't, like, stop me or anything. They just kind of pulled up, and watched me a little bit. And I was like, okay. And then I called my dad as I was leaving, and that's when I felt really bad because it's like he was just trying to have a good night out, and then I kind of disrupted that by telling him he needed to pick me up. So I told him that I got kicked out and that he needed to pick me up and that I was in trouble and that I was being disruptive. And I was very apologetic over the phone. And that's kind of how you need to be if you don't want to get in too much trouble. Is you just need to be apologetic. And that's what I was. And even if you don't agree with something, you just got to be apologetic. You know, admit your mistakes. You'll probably won't get in much trouble if you do that. So I told him, and he wasn't too mad. He just made me give him my PlayStation controllers for the night. And he didn't even, like, put it up in his room. He put it on the TV stand. I easily could have taken them. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because it's worth just spending one night without it than risking the possibility of getting caught and having to spend multiple nights without it. About 20 minutes after I got kicked out, Nick and Brian got kicked out too. And I heard that Keith, like, left, and then he came back. He was like, if Sam's leaving, I'm leaving. So he went to look for me, but he couldn't find me, so he just went back in and sat down. But yeah, 20 minutes later, Nick and Brian got kicked out. He called me, and we talked about it for a little bit, and it was such nonsense because it was like I paid them money. I gave them money. I donated to their cause for helping the talent committee, and then they're going to kick me out of their show. So I just won't be paying them any more of my money for, you know, their stupid school because my school is $20 million in debt, and I can see why. They don't really know how to deal with social situations that well. No wonder everyone in this school has, like, depression. Not really that surprised, but apparently Dominic told me that he was sitting in class and his teacher said that they had to kick out 3 boneheads, and Dominic yelled out my name. Or no, Dominic didn't yell out my name, but someone else in the class yelled out my name, and it was really kind of funny to hear that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. If you did like this video, please leave a dislike and a hate comment telling me exactly what I did wrong. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And as always, goodbye, Bunny Rabbit.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all. Down here in the deep blue sea.